AI is completely changing the way that the banking system operates, guys. The numbers are in and the productivity increases are insane. But don't just take my word for it. Listen to what the JPMorgan Chase Consumer and Community Banking Chief, Marianne Lake, says. She says that the bank has doubled productivity to 6% off the back of AI. This is a previous 3% without AI. But guys, this is just the tip of the iceberg. And in today's video, we're going to cover what all the top banks are saying about AI, how they're using AI, how it's impacting productivity, and what that means for you, how you can adjust, how you can succeed, because guys like you and me, we're going to need to adapt, boys. We're going to need to adapt. The world is going to be completely different over the next several years, and AI is absolutely going to change everything. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel 6 days a week, fresh video explaining exactly how AI is changing your world. But hold that thought. Thanks for subscribing, by the way. And let's get back to Marianne Lake. Again, she is the Chase Consumer and Banking Chief at Chase. You may have heard of it. Chase, JPMorgan Chase, pretty big bank. She didn't just stop there. What she said is that they expect that the operations specialist productivity to grow by 40 to 50%. The productivity gains, the automation that's happening. I'm gonna give you more specific examples of how this is happening here in just a minute. And the big question here is, but will this lead to job loss? Let's go over to Wells Fargo. May have heard of them, pretty big bank. Wells Fargo CEO Charlie Scharf says the bank is not reducing staff, but says they're getting a lot more done because of AI. So they're not reducing staff, but they're getting a lot more done. Check this out. He says, I quote, "There are other places out there where we're going to be able to look at and figure out how we are going to be able to do more with less people. It's not going to totally replace humans, but does create an opportunity to do things significantly different." There's a lot of coded language there, and we're going to get into that in a minute, because what I read there is you will not survive in this world if you don't adapt and adjust to these AI tools. And I know one of the common comments I see, guys, hundreds and hundreds of comments, by the way. Thanks for sharing your thoughts. They are very, very valuable. But one of the common thoughts I get is, Mark, why even learn AI? I can't compete with it. It's just going to replace me. What's the point? And I got to say, I hate that idea. I hate that frame of reference, because you're making a couple assumptions that are very dangerous. The one assumption is that you are not talented. You do not have any intrinsic or extrinsic value. You do. Trust me, you do. You do have value. If you really are depressed, pick up heavy weights. And I don't want to simplify it. I know that this is real, but whenever I'm feeling down, I lift heavy stuff. That works for me. It could work for you. Regardless, the other thing that I don't like about this is, what if you're wrong? What if you're wrong? What if you decide, you know what, I'm not even going to bother learning this AI stuff because I'm not going to be able to compete with it anyway. What's the point? Guys, that's like saying I'm not going to learn how to use computers because computers are going to take all the jobs. And it's going to impact the way that we work, but I don't think it's going to replace you, at least as quickly as you might think. I think it's better to join in on the AI revolution and the productivity that people like these big banks are seeing. I just covered a few days ago, we're using a tool called Fathom with the sales team at an organization that I do marketing consulting work with. And it's been unbelievable. We've been able to increase conversions. We've been able to get tons of insights, improve our FAQ pages. We're working on some new nurture campaigns. We're able to convert better because we have all these recordings from all these calls that all of our sales team is on, and our customer service team. By the way, if you haven't watched that video, check that out. Fathom is an unbelievable tool. I'll post a link to it here. It's been really, really transformative. Just yesterday, we covered how McDonald's said, we're not going to hire an entire film team for our next ad. We're just going to use AI. And they hired an AI firm to just record all of their, record an entire ad. We covered that yesterday, which it's an interesting video. You should check that out. Watch the ad because it's pretty insane. But it is a taste of what's to come. A taste of what to come is you don't need a director. You don't need a lighting specialist. You don't need background actors. This is something, and I don't know, post a link, post in the comments below. But one of the things that I found when I'm looking at ads, watching ads, looking at basically ads, right? There are lots of humans that to me don't look like real people. They look like they're AI generated images and video. Like almost any almost any ad that I see, I'm immediately thinking that like, that doesn't look quite like a human being. That looks more like an AI generated human. There's lots of background actors, actresses, just the whole world is being flipped around. And it doesn't mean the death of acting, but it's certainly going to change. Anyway, I digress. Let's get back to the story about these big banks and how they're using AI to completely upend their workforce. Here's what the PNC CEO, Bill Demchak, says. He says, we've tripled the size of our business, but kept the head count the same through AI and process automation. Quote, you know, the big buzz right now is going to continue because AI is going to drive it. But we've been on a journey of automation for years, and AI may as well be an accelerant. He said, and continued, it will most definitely be an accelerant in our tech headcount. Guys, I think what's interesting here, what we see from all these banks is that, you know, they're all saying that they're not firing people because of AI, which frankly, I don't believe it. I believe that they are firing people because of AI, but what they are saying is that AI is making them much more effective and much more efficient. And this is something we've been talking about quite frequently on the channel, is that kids are getting out of college, they're getting these degrees, and they're not getting hired because companies have stopped hiring. They've stopped hiring new people, especially college kids who are book smart and not street smart and don't have all the relationships and the experience. And what are these companies going to do? They're going to continue to grow. They're going to continue to scale. They're going to continue to use more AI in their processes. Listen to this. Check this out. Citigroup CFO said the bank has seen a 9% increase in productivity on the coding front due to AI. 9%. And by the way, this is the worst that AI is ever going to be. It's not going to get worse. It's going to become more accurate. It's going to become more cost effective. I'm kind of preparing a video about AI data centers in space, which on its face sounds ridiculous, but space is like, it has a lot of advantages. It's close to the sun, so better, it's more cost effective for energy, it's easier to cool. There's a ton of different advantages to doing these AI data centers in space. That is going to happen. But regardless, the point here is that AI is already giving these banks huge efficiency increases. And this is the worst that AI is ever going to be. It's only going to get better. Check this out. I'm going to get back to this Citigroup CFO. This is interesting. He says, quote, not only can we increase the self-service ratio, which we're already seeing and doing with our generative AI, but in addition, we're able to assist real-time phone calls that end up with a human, and they can be more productive. And I posted a video on this. It was a very popular video here on the channel. I'll post a link to it here. Where essentially I talk about, I share some insights from a friend of mine who manages an entire region of auto mechanic shops, and they're using AI for incoming calls, for sourcing products, for doing proposals and estimates, and they are crushing it. They are way more efficient. It's, you know, he told me that the phone call, the answering service is responsible about 15 to 20% of all booked meetings. Guys, it is not going to stop here. He also shared some recordings with me where people were engaging and speaking to these AI chatbots, and they didn't even know it. They did not even know it. And by the way, I am 1,000% pro AI call chatbots, and I'll tell you exactly why. Because I'm so sick and tired of sitting on hold for hours trying to get someone on the phone. I'll give you an example. And I'll probably do a whole story on this, but this past week, my identity was stolen, and they kind of jacked into my Verizon account. So I call Verizon to sort it out. Dude, I spent over 1 hour trying to get someone on the phone. Eventually gave up, had a meeting, gave up, had my meeting, got back on the phone, spent another 50 minutes on hold, could not get anyone on the phone. And here's the point. My situation was pretty complicated. This is not something that the average customer service rep was going to be able to handle. And certainly an AI would not have been able to handle. There was some complexity, there was nuance. It was a complicated situation. However, there are a lot of calls that those humans were on. I needed a few specific humans to work with me to fix this problem, which we did fix, thank God. But let's say that your average customer service rep is on, let's say 25 calls a day. Well, what if 12 of those calls could be handled by AI. That frees up so much more time for me to get the right person on the phone. Does that make sense? I am 1,000% pro AI when it comes to call centers. Bring them on, because a lot of the problems that I want to get solved could be solved by an AI chat. And if I need a human, those AI chats free up the time for the humans to get on calls. That's my stance. Check this out too. Going back to the banks, Goldman Sachs informed employees of job cuts just a few months ago in October and said we're slowing down hiring and we are firing. And this, if you're new to the channel, we have covered these stories at length. They continue to come in. Companies are replacing humans with AI. And what I love is that it's kind of funny. There's this weird dichotomy going on right now. These companies don't want to admit that they're firing people for AI because it brings on bad PR. Guys like you and me, we don't like to see that. We want to see humans thrive. But at the same time, they also know that there's advantages to being more efficient and effective. That's what, listen, we live in a world where if you can do something better and faster, the better it goes. There's this interesting story about Thomas Sowell, and he visited, he's a big economist. He visits India, and he sees there that everybody is digging these canals and holes with shovels. And he said, well, why are you using shovels when we could use bulldozers and machinery to drill these holes? And the politician at times said, well, we can't do that because we can't bring in that. Sure, it'd be more efficient, be more cost effective. We could dig a lot faster. But what about the jobs that would be lost? And Thomas looks at him and goes, oh, well, you don't need bulldozers. Just give everyone spoons. They don't need shovels. Give them spoons. You can create lots of jobs if you just give people spoons to dig the holes. And that's the thing, guys. It's not necessarily about jobs. It's about getting work done faster and better. And I'm sure you know people at your organizations that probably shouldn't be there because they're sleeping half the day. Bring in the AI, make it more effective, make you more effective so that you can solve problems faster. That is the point, guys. And that is where it gets clear. It's clear you must be using AI. You must have AI intelligence in this coming age. It is vital. It is the future. And it makes you just way more effective and way more efficient. If you're not using any AI, you're gonna get left behind. I don't know how else to say this. I just don't know how else to say it. And by the way, you can sign up for my newsletter. It's got a bunch of useful tips in there. You go to aiupdate.ai. Once a week, I'm sending that out. But even if you don't do that, that's fine. You gotta invest in yourself. You gotta invest in AI. And just as a side note, these companies are spending tens, if not hundreds of billions of dollars on this technology. It's now gotten to the place where it's too big to fail. And I covered this in a video the other day. There's been a huge increase in the amount, I can't remember the exact number, something like 90% increase in the AI requirement for six-figure jobs. If you want to get hired for a six-figure job, you need to know AI. If you don't, you're not going to get hired. And not just companies that are looking for that, but if you're in B2B, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're building, you got to be using AI to compete. You've got to be using AI as a talking point for sales. You are not going to get hired. You are not going to get the job if you're not using AI, period. And these banks are just the tip of the iceberg on this story and what's happening. Feel free to disagree with me. That's cool. But I think it's really revealing that all these big banks are coming out and saying, we're using AI, we love AI, we're going to double, triple, quadruple down on it. Here are the numbers. It's making us way more efficient. We've slowed hiring. Now, what is, again, interesting is that they are not coming out and saying that we're firing people. Most banks, Goldman did, but most banks are not saying we're going to fire people. But here's what's going to happen. AI is only going to get better. It's only become more effective. It's only going to replace more jobs. And I'll tell you what, if you're one of the guys that is not adapting and evolving and building relationships and being public about your love and interest in AI, you're going to get left behind. You can complain, you can scream, you can whine all you want. That's fine, but AI is coming. No, AI is here, and it's not slowing down, boys. Listen, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. I appreciate you. Fresh video, 6 days a week. My name's Mark, and I will, hey, listen, again, if you like this video, you'll definitely like yesterday's video where we cover how AI ads are completely transforming the world, specifically with McDonald's. AI video is insane, guys. It is so nuts. Check it out. See you there, boys. Peace.